Judith, I'm so happy to have you with us here today and for you to share about your journey, not just in momentum, but also starting with SOMBA. So how far do we need to go back?
Well, it depends. I think we need to go back like to 2009 when I started to be a freelancer. And I thought, yeah, now I'm free. Now I can do what I want. And then I got my first child in 2011. And then I could still work as a freelancer, but then it got harder with every child that I got. And I have 3 children. Yeah. And then in 2016 and 17, I somehow had the feeling, okay, something has to change, because I cannot work any longer. I don't have the time. And if I always trade money for hours, then I'm limited in what I can earn. And I was the breadwinner of the family. So I had to find a solution for my situation. I had to find like a way to earn more money with less time that I invest. So this was my situation, back then.
Yeah. And so what did you start to look at? Did you know about online business, or did you see someone doing something like this?
Yeah, I had actually no idea, because, I thought, I know pretty much everything that there is online, because I worked so much for online agencies and I made so many online like campaigns and social media and stuff like this, and wrote headlines and funny like advertising. But then I somehow had the feeling, okay, I need to change this, but how exactly? Like, do I just do it from home? Like, is this already online business? And I was not sure about this, but actually I had no idea about online business. And I didn't even know that I was looking for this when I stumbled across this. I just knew I needed a solution for my problem back then.
And what was your first interaction? Did you just see an ad, or how did you come across SOMBA?
Yeah, actually, I came across like Katrin Hill that made some kind of challenge, or had a pop-up group where she talked about her way, like the start in her online business. And I was like, oh yeah, that sounds interesting. That sounds something that I could do maybe, because I had like a huge expertise in what I was doing, but I just didn't know how to earn money with this without going to the advertising agencies. And so this was like my first interaction with online business. And then I saw your ads. I saw the 12 days of webinars, and I was like, okay, I immediately signed up for this. And as soon as they were released in the morning, like the first thing I did was like, I opened my laptop and I watched your videos, and I implemented everything right away. So like, it was like the moment, I opened the laptop and it was like Facebook Masterclass, and you talked about how to implement the Facebook pixel. And I was like, yeah, I have no Facebook pixels, so let's do this. And it was really awesome, because I had the feeling in these 12 days, I got so much done for my business. Like, I don't know, maybe in 5 years, like not like in the time before, I did not get so much done like in these 12 days. And it was like such an awesome feeling. Somehow something got started, and yeah, it was just great for me.
And then right after the 12 days of webinars, we offered or opened doors to SOMBA, and you decided to join. What were you thinking? Did you think this was your solution, or were you scared?
Actually, I was like I am a person who loves adventures, and I don't need always like a lot of arguments, like pro arguments for something. I'm like, okay, I have seen you, and I somehow, I don't know, but I felt like we were like, I don't know, like some alike minds. So, like long blonde hair, you were wearing dresses, and you loved the color red, and you had like three things you learned, like architecture, and I also had like 3 things that I studied, and you lived like in the southern part of Germany, and there were so many things that were like so alike that I had the feeling, okay, I'm not exactly sure what Sigrun is doing, but I have the impression she's the right person for the next step for me. And it was really an interesting thing back then, because I didn't even think twice when I pulled out my credit card to buy SOMBA, because I knew I didn't know exactly what was ahead of me, but I knew that it's going to be good and it's going to be the solution for my problem.
Yeah. So you joined SOMBA, and but then 10 months later or 8 months later, you joined Momentum. So tell us a little bit about that journey and why you decided to upgrade to Momentum when the time was right.
Yeah, I was one of the participants of the first SOMBA summer school. And this was a huge breakthrough for me because it was my first course. I already implemented all the things in SOMBA that we got. I made the 100 discovery calls and everything. But this was not the big breakthrough for me. The big breakthrough for me was to create my first online course that we did in SOMBA summer school. And I knew with Momentum, I could keep up this momentum that I gained in this little short amount of time. And I just wanted to go on with this for more more time. And I knew, okay, I knew this was quite an investment in time because as a mother of 3 children, I have little time. But I knew also that this was a better use of my time to make it more condensed, have everything at my fingertips. And if I have a question, I had more opportunity to talk with you or with the other coaches. So I knew that this was my way to go to upgrade to Momentum.
And how would you describe the difference to someone between what is SOMBA versus Momentum to an absolute outsider that knows nothing about this?
Yeah, so SOMBA is all the knowledge, everything you need to know, but Momentum is how to implement it really fast and how not to be afraid of your own courage. And do it. This is maybe the biggest difference. Momentum is really doing the things. And yeah, so for me, this was the biggest breakthrough, to do all the things I was dreaming about, to realize all my ideas that I had, because just having the knowledge is not enough. You have to do it.
Yeah, you have to implement. Yeah. So you had created your first online course. That was your big breakthrough from SOMBA. You joined Momentum. And what started to happen for your Momentum? I know you hired your husband. Was that the second breakthrough you had?
Yeah, I hired my husband actually before I joined Momentum because this was a bet to our future. I just made a bet and it worked out for us. So perfectly, actually. And so many things changed because we got assigned our little mastermind group. Yeah. And there I had a wonderful mastermind group that supported me so much. And I got so many good ideas and so many impulses for my business. And this has helped me a lot. And also, I have so many friends through SOMBA Momentum because the relationships are getting more stronger, the more intense a program is. And this has really impacted my life in a very positive way. Because, as a mother of 3, you have little time, all the friendships are loosening up. And then this was a whole new way for me to get these connections to people, and also to get all this wisdom of the others, because they were in totally different fields of business. One had a diving course, another had a sewing course, but still they were so helpful for my own business. And other things have also changed. I got braver and braver, and with every launch, everything got bigger and bigger. And then at the end of 2018, a few months into SOMBA Momentum, I made my first 5-figure launch. And from there on, everything got bigger and bigger. At the beginning in little steps, but now the steps are getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that I've learned is not to become afraid of these successes. This is also something, this work on my mindset is also something that is coming through SOMBA Momentum. Yeah. Because you can easily get distracted or afraid of the success that is coming to you if you keep implementing the things. Yeah. And so I learned to stand there and to maybe I have the fears still, but then I just do it anyways. And this is my new motto. I do it anyways.
Yeah. Would you describe yourself as an introvert or extrovert?
A very good question. I would say I made this test and it said 89% introvert. And I'm well, yeah, but I'm getting the tools I need to also extrovert myself. So I'm a really, really big introvert, but I learned to easily go online, to make lives, to make stories on Instagram. This is something my heart doesn't even beat faster. I've gotten so used to it. And so people might think I'm a super big extrovert, but actually I'm not.
Yeah.
But still, online business is still possible if you are like a huge introvert like I am.
Absolutely, absolutely. And your launches got bigger and bigger, and bigger courage, more confident. Your latest launch was how big? You want to share a bit about that?
Yeah, my latest launch was like for a 3-month program that I launched, and it's about business. It's about blogging and copywriting. And this was like, I had like this goal. I wanted to have like a Zoom webinar with more than 500 people. This was like a huge, like a huge number for me. And then we invested like in Facebook ads, and we optimized everything. And then at the end, I had like, I don't know, 800 signups, and I was like, whoa, what is going up here? And I had 400 in the webinar, and then my launch resulted in 30,000 euro. And yeah, this was like a big breakthrough for me, because this was a number that I couldn't even like, I couldn't even think about this, I didn't even dare dream about this. And then suddenly it happened, and I was like, whoa, what else is possible if this is possible?
Yeah.
So yeah, this was my latest launch. And yeah, it was a big breakthrough for me, and also for my mindset.
Yeah. When you look back and you see how you have changed personally, how your business has changed, your husband joining, but also revenue wise, what is the biggest change for you in this time that you have been in Momentum?
It's more the feeling that I'm really free. I'm free to use my time more as I wish. Of course, I still have to work, but I work with more fun because it's something that I really love doing. And I also have more time. I invest a lot of time in my business, but on the other hand, I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to go to the agencies. So this time is like time for myself. And it's more a feeling of being like more secure in what I do. I don't have to fear that I don't know, that I lose my job or something, because it's a job or it's a career that I created myself. And this is very stable. And this is also very stable through these through the past month, which have been very difficult for a lot of freelancers and for a lot of entrepreneurs. But we had the biggest launch in this difficult period of time. And this has shown me like, okay, I can feel secure in what I have built, and I just have to build it bigger and more visible. And this is like a project that brings so much, that sparks so much joy. And I love doing this. And I wake up in the morning and it's like, yeah, okay, I can do what I love. And of course, I have sometimes tasks which I maybe don't like as much, like doing the taxes, but okay, this is like a little part of it. And it's just a small part. And then after 2 hours, it's gone. And I have more energy. I have more joy in what I'm doing. And this is like the biggest change with Momentum.
So people join Momentum because they want to, achieve a 6-figure business. To someone who has no idea what happens actually inside the program, would you say that this is the right program to someone to join to achieve that?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely the right path to scale your income. And like to get away from this, okay, I do something for 2 hours and I get paid 2 times X my hourly rate, to a scaling business where like it's easily possible to break through the first 100,000 euro in the first year. And it was also for us possible within a year. And I didn't think it was possible at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I knew, but I've seen others who have achieved this. And I was like, okay, I think I can do this too. And this was like such a big motivation that I've seen others succeed, and I knew I can do this too. And then now I have become one of those who succeed, and the others are watching me, and I'm like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So when you join the program, you see the others and like, oh, I wish I was like them. But now you are the ones that people are looking up to. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's really strange because I don't know, maybe because I'm the third child of 3, I always see myself as like the the starter, the beginner, and now I'm like somebody who's in her third year of online business, and I'm not a beginner anymore. I'm like one of those who are really successful.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because because I see them, and I know I was there 2 years ago, and I know they don't need 2 years to get to the point where I am now. They make it in 1 year, because it's getting easier and easier the more people have gone the path.
Yeah.
Like the more knowledge there is, the more like you get help in the group, and the better also the mini masterminds are working. You know, you have so much more knowledge and experience you can you can get out of people, so it's getting easier to break through these marks that you set for yourself. And for many people it's like 100,000 euro in a year.
Judith, I thank you so much for sharing your journey in SOMBA and Momentum, and I cannot wait for you to cross your next line, to double what you're earning already now, which I know you can achieve. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, Sigrun.